America! 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 It's America!
The mini-episode.
Hello, America. It's me, Theb A Stard, a.k.a. the embodiment of and only hope for America. Just in case you forgot. Here we are again in the, off weeks of the America, the podcast presents the American Revolution. And here we are in a mini-episode of that show. For our dedicated mini-lessitodes... Mini-lessitodes? Oh, Jesus, did I have a stroke? For our dedicated mini-episode listeners, you know by now that I was charged with crimes of hurting a snake and not charged with murder. So, I was sentenced to community service and am supposed to report to a, retirement homes. Old folks' homes, as it were. Well, as any good billionaire and white Christian man, I don't like obeying the law, so I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm going to go visit my friend Rush Limbaugh. I recently heard he retired, so I think it's time to see him again and reminisce about old times. So while I make my way to Rush Limbaugh's house, you can listen to semi-important questions. Our first semi-important question comes from Little Abigail from Fresno, California. Little Abigail writes, Dear Mr. Thebadias, what is your beauty regiment in the morning? Signed, Little Abigail, Fresno, California. Well, Little Abigail, I'd like to say I actually wake up looking like this, but in fact, I use a serum that I buy from Sephora, followed by a nice beard oil from Cremo, and then a very thick moisturizer that goes right on my beautiful face, and that keeps me looking very young. So does my immortality, but, lotions feel very nice. I also use Nivea on my arms. So, there you go. Oh, and I shower. Obviously, I shower. And I poop. Twice in the morning. Gotta keep yourself regular, America. Remember to take your fiber. And use lotion on your face. Sunscreen if you can, especially in the sun. Obviously not in the shadows. But apparently the sun can get through the clouds and still affect your skin. So, use sunscreen as much as you can. Also serum, if you are into that. And beard oil if you have a beard. And always poop. Everybody poops. Where was I? Ah, yes. Next question. Our next question comes from Little Gregory from Indianapolis, Indiana. Little Gregory writes, Coke or Pepsi? Signed, Little Gregory, Indianapolis, Indiana. Little Gregory, neither. RC Cola. Full stop. Next. Our last semi-important question comes from Little, B. Arnold, from London, England? Alright, Little B. Arnold writes, Dear Mr. Thebadias, do you think you could ever forgive Major General Benedict Arnold? Signed, B. Arnold, London, England. Alright. I'm pretty sure this is Ben. I'm also pretty sure he's dead as I have pissed on his grave, but lots of my former associates have lived longer than natural lives. So, Ben, if this is you know what? I do forgive you. In a way. Because without your traitorous treachery, our people would not have rallied so hard and beaten you British back to where you came from. And then became even trading partners and pretty good allies to this day. So, I do forgive you for that, but I don't forgive you for betraying my trust. I trusted you, son of a bitch. All right. Goodbye, traitor. And this has been Semi-Important Questions. Riveting stuff, as per the usual. All right, America. Well, I am here on my private jet flying out to meet my friend Rush Limbaugh, because I need to legally fulfill the requirements of my community service, which is spending time with retirees at an old folks' home. But since my friend Rush is retired, his home, as far as I'm concerned, legally counts as a retirement home. At least, that's what I'm going to tell the judge. And as this flight will take several more hours, I guess we can go to commercial, and then when we return, maybe we'll be further on through the sky, I guess. We'll be right back.
It's America, the podcast! It's America, the podcast!
And we're back, and one moment, America. I need to place my lunch order. Let's see. I would like a rum and Coke, but please hold the Coca-Cola, but add a dusting of cocaine around the edge of the glass. And, let's see. this smoked halibut looks good. I think I'll take that.
Oh, Mr. Stard, you know that's gonna stink up the plane.
Listen, Carolyn with a B. Oh, by the way, America, I hired Carolyn with a B as my flight attendant. You may remember him from the Search for Tim transmissions. Anyways, listen, Carolyn with a B, I need to have my breath smell nice and fishy for Rush. He will accept no less.
Mr. Stard, I don't know too many Rushes, but do you mean Rush Limbaugh?
Of course. I heard he retired and he's an old friend. Also, I, again, need to legally fulfill my requirements to visit a retired person. So we're heading to his house. Why, is something the matter?
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. You know what, Mr. Stard, I'm just gonna go put your order in the back, and you can go ahead on and keep talking to the folks in your little voice recorder there, and everything's fine.
Well, all right then. But remember to bring me my rum and cocaine. Anyways, America. Well, Carolyn with a B goes and gets my rum and coke. You can listen to very important readings. On today's very important readings, we hear from the traitor himself, Mr. Benedict Arnold, in a letter he wrote to General Washington explaining his actions. Much like Fox News, I too am fair and balanced in the sense that I keep my thumb on the scale. But today, I will be letting Ben have his, day in court, as it were, in the letter he wrote to George Washington explaining himself. The traitor Benedict Arnold writes, Sir, the heart which is conscious of its own rectitude cannot attempt to palliate a step which the world may censure as wrong. I have ever acted from the principle of love to my country since the commencement of the present unhappy contest between Great Britain and the colonies. The same principle of love to my country actuates my present conduct. However, it may appear inconsistent to the world who very seldom judge right of any man's actions. I have no favor to ask for myself. I have too often experienced the ingratitude of my country to attempt it. But from the known humanity of your excellency, I am induced to ask your protection for Mrs. Arnold from every insult and injury that the mistaken vengeance of my country may expose her to. It ought to only fall on me. She is as good and as innocent as an angel and is incapable of doing wrong. I beg she may be permitted to return to her friends in Philadelphia, or to come to me as she may choose. From your excellency, I have no fears on her account, but she may suffer from the mistaken fury of the country. I have to request that the enclosed letter may be delivered to Mrs. Arnold, and she is permitted to write to me. I have also to ask that my clothes and baggage, which are of little consequence, may be sent to me. If required, their value shall be paid in money. I have the honor to be with regard and esteem your excellency's most obedient, humble servant, Benedict Arnold. End of very frustrating reading. So there you have it. A light apology that was more of a sorry, not sorry kind of a thing. A, hey, please send me my wife and let her pass by, and also, can you send me my clothes and luggage? But I'll pay for it. And guess the fuck what? He did pay for it. I made him pay for every cent. And I charged him a premium. Oh boy, did I make a lot of money off Benedict's things. He had a busk of his head made that, to this day, every single dog I have ever owned, I let poop on. So there you go, Benedict Arnold with a half-assed excuse because, I didn't get my way. That's my impression of Benedict Arnold. This has been Very Important Readings. And we're back, America, and I am outside the home of my dear friend Rush Limbaugh. So let's knock on his door and see what the hell he's up to. Yeah, what can I do for you? Whoa, hello. I'm here to see my dear old friend Rush Limbaugh. May I speak to him?
Who are you?
Oh, my apologies. My name is Theb A Stard, the embodiment of an only hope for America. I'm America's lobbyist. I've been friends with Rush for many years, and he helped me start the Iraq War, actually.
My friend, I'm sorry to tell you, but Rush is dead. He died of cancer last year.
Really? Rush Limbaugh is dead? Huh. Well, that's probably for the best. All right, America, since Rush Limbaugh is dead, that means he is permanently retired, making this a retirement home, meaning my community service has been filled. That being the case, I'm gonna go get back on my plane, order 2 more courses of smoked halibut, and then have some more rum and cocaine. Because I just want to keep going. I want to keep going and I want to fly around the world. Maybe have some more halibut while I'm doing it. All right, America, we'll see you next week. Good night and good fight.
It's America, the podcast.
This has been a production of Shui Media, all rights reserved. For more information, please visit shuimedia.com.